Most of your favorite stories contain at least one meaningful death. Just look at the stories like Star Wars, Avengers, and Naruto. And as we approach Inazuma, I get the feeling we're getting closer and closer to the day where that will eventually happen to one of the characters that we love. Now, many characters think that MiHoYo won't kill any of their characters because they haven't so far, and because most characters are well loved by the community. But they're no strangers to killing off their characters. Just look at all the orphans wandering around Genshin. Kids like Timmy and Joel who haven't been able to find their fathers yet are pretty common as you go throughout your adventure. It's almost as if they're trying to make their characters more relatable. And since this isn't MiHoYo's first game, they're not scared to kill anyone. Just look at Honkai Impact. Look, I'm sure Honkai Impact players didn't expect to have one of the characters they love die either, like Himiko did when she was trying to save Kiana. But yeah, as you can see, MiHoYo is no stranger to killing off characters, and because you read the title of this video, if a character will die anytime soon in the future of Genshin, here's who I think it could be. Lisa. Why Lisa? Because MiHoYo's left a lot of signs that point toward an eventual story quest where we'll have to probably try to save Lisa from dying.
Tempus Fugit. The constellation derives its name from the hourglass and stands for knowledge and time, or rather, the trade-off between them. As each grain of sand falls down, a moment of time, of life even, dies for good. To stop the unrelenting flow of sand, one would have to turn the hourglass on its side. But once the sand comes to rest, it remains motionless forever. Maybe becomes lazy is more accurate than comes to rest in this case.
In an early interview with MiHoYo brand manager, he said this about Lisa. The caster Lisa touched a magic book when she was young that gave her most of her powers, but it cut her life in half so she has only a few years left to live. It creates a very carefree personality of someone that just wants to live life. This shows how Lisa's constellations being an hourglass, as Mona said, really bites her in the butt. And when you try to learn about her past, she's just as secretive as Kaya, which is a pretty big deal, because he has a pretty big background.
My past? So, you want to get to know me a little better, huh? That's a story for another day, but I'm touched that you asked.
As you guys well know, Lisa attended Sumeru Academy and was frequently referred to as the best student in 200 years. That just goes to show how much Lisa's accomplishments are in her studies. A little more into Lisa's story, and we realize that she ended up leaving Sumeru because of all the raving mad scholars in the forest of Sumeru. Lisa realized what uninhabited irradiation can really do to a person. But that's not the only thing she realized in the City of Knowledge.
A vision may seem like a great tool, but one day, the power one accumulates always finds a way to turn back on you. Should such a day come for me, so long as you're around. Never mind.
She's the only character in the game so far that seems to have a negative view on visions, besides maybe the Electro Archon? Though I'm sure the Electro Archon's reason is quite different. Since leaving Sumeru, Lisa has always stopped of taking things too seriously. These words she has spoken to just free people since she arrived in Mondstadt. Before demanding too many miracles from gods, first consider if you are willing to pay the price they ask. In each case, it was because she knew it was what they needed to hear. This really just shows how amazing a character Lisa is and how many people really sleep on her even though she's such a great character. Even Albedo has taken an interest in her.
Lisa? I always am impressed by the valuable perspectives she brings to discussions. But is a person with her talents satisfied with such a basic occupation as librarian? There must be some hidden reason for this.
See, even Albedo thinks there's some kind of secret hidden behind Lisa. Obviously, there's going to be some kind of future quest involving her and Sumeru. Though, it could also be the case that, the Vision Hunt decree could come to Mondstadt and Liyue. Maybe Raiden gets really mad and she decides to just send all of her forces over to Mondstadt and Liyue to take everyone's visions. But nah, she's probably too secluded to do that. She wouldn't come all the way over to Mondstadt or Liyue to kill Electro characters, right? So these are my reasons for why Lisa might die first, but I have a feeling that Venti will actually be the one to die first. Let me know down in the comment section below who you think will be the first to die and when. Anyways, that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any friends, feel free to share it as well because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. And I will catch you all later.